In this Marketo Connector demonstration, we're going to cover two lead capturing approaches. One approach is to capture leads using an existing Marketo form in a Jahia DX site. Another approach is to capture leads using a Jahia DX form that is mapped to Marketo leads fields. At this time, I have already enabled and configured the Marketo Connector for the digital site. Let's start with the approach with using an existing Marketo form. I'll scroll down and click on any content button. I'll do a search for Marketo, and one of my options is a Marketo form. I'll select the component, click OK. I'm presented with field options. One of the options is form ID. Currently, the leads form in Marketo, I know the ID is 2, so I will use 2. Second is the display mode. Currently, normal is selected, but the other option is lightbox. I will leave it at normal and click Save. Once the page has been saved, I'll scroll down and verify that the form indeed has been loaded. There are additional information that is meant for the author, the form ID and normal. Now we'll publish this page. Once a page has been published, I will go to the live workspace, refresh the page, and validate the form indeed has been loaded. I will test out a lead, John Smith, and submit this lead. I will go to Marketo to the leads database and validate that John Smith has been captured. Here we go, John Smith. We have successfully captured using a Marketo form in a Jahia DX site. Next, we will discuss the second approach using a Jahia DX form. For this demonstration, I will just go to the About page. And I've created a Forms Factory form called Newsletter. When you go to Forms Factory, which is another module, you are able to create as many forms with a friendly UI. So I've created a newsletter form, and if you click on Modify, there are 3 attributes: first name, last name, email. I will go ahead and use this form, place it on the About page. Scroll down to any area and select any content. Do a search for form, and the component that we want is Form Factory. Select it, click OK. Now, you're presented with fields here as well. So what we want to select is a reference form, and in that drop-down, you'll see newsletter. I also want to display the newsletter title that I've defined in the form. So I'll click on Show Title, and I'll hit Save. I'll scroll down and verify that the form indeed has been loaded. I will also publish this page. And go to the About page on the live workspace and also verify that it has been loaded. But this is only one step in this process. The second part of this step is to actually map these form fields that exist in Jahia to a leads attribute in Marketo. So for that, I will go to the Site Settings. I will select Site Settings, go to the Marketo category, and click on Marketo Forms Mapping. Here, I can actually map a form, an existing Jahia form, to leads database fields. So I'll click on the plus and enter in newsletter, which is a required field. Description is optional. Next is the page itself where the form exists. I've selected About. Next, I get a preview of this page where I can now select the form. And by selecting any field, it selects the form. Then you click OK. The form has been selected. The mappings is where you map the form, the Jahia DX form, to a leads attribute. So for the first name field, I want to map it to a first name leads attribute. Next, last name. And last, email. Once I've mapped all the fields, I can now hit Save. Once you've saved it, you don't need to worry about publishing this form mapping. You can go ahead and refresh the page, and now enter a lead. And submit. For this form in Jahia DX, the response is a thank you for your submission. I will now go to the leads database in Marketo and validate that Jane has been captured. You can see Jane is recorded, and we have successfully verified that it has been captured. This is the end of this demonstration. Thank you.